After saying no to my neighbor's request to use my house as a filming location for her YouTube channel, I noticed strange men filming from their porch. I asked her why. She smiled and said, "You're part of the story now." That night, I found a video titled, "Crazy Neighbor Exposed," with hundreds of comments and my address posted publicly. When I tried to report it, the channel already had footage scheduled to air that showed. I live in Tacoma, Washington. Not downtown. More like the working class edge of town where the lawns are patchy and most houses need a paint job. It's quiet. Or at least it used to be. I've been here about 4 years now. Bought this house after my divorce. It was the only thing I could afford that wasn't falling apart. It's small, but it's mine. I keep to myself, work at a furniture warehouse, and spend my weekends fixing stuff up around the house or fishing when the weather's decent. I don't really talk to the neighbors much. Just a wave now and then. That changed when Marla Hensley moved in 2 doors down. At first she seemed harmless. One of those 30-something social media types, phone always in her hand, always posing in front of her porch or pacing around with a little tripod. She told me she was a digital storyteller, or something like that. I just smiled and nodded. One afternoon, she walked up to my porch holding an iced coffee and asked if I'd be open to letting her film something in my house. I didn't get what she meant at first, so I asked her to explain. She said she was launching a neighborhood series for her YouTube channel and wanted to do a few episodes inside real homes with real people. I said no. She didn't take it well. She laughed, but it wasn't a normal laugh. More like one of those fake laughs people do when they think you're joking or when they're caught off guard. She told me, "Come on, don't be uptight. It's good exposure." I said no again. Firmer this time. She blinked, looked at me like I was being difficult, then muttered something and walked away. I figured that would be the last of it. Just a weird influencer trying to push her luck. I was wrong. 2 days later, I was taking out the trash when I saw 2 guys across the street holding cameras. Not DSLRs, more like mid-level film equipment. One of them was holding a mic on a stick. They were standing on Marla's porch, but pointing the camera in my direction. I stared for a few seconds. One of them nodded at me like he was just being polite. I didn't say anything, just went back inside. The next morning, same thing. Different guy, same gear. Pointed right at my house. I walked across the street and asked Marla what they were doing. She was sitting on a folding chair in yoga pants, smiling like everything was fine. "You're part of the story now," she said. That sentence stuck with me. I didn't know what she meant, but the way she said it, like she owned the situation, made my skin crawl. I went inside and looked up her YouTube channel. That's when everything clicked. The first video I saw was titled, "Crazy Neighbor Loses It." Thumbnail? A blurry shot of me in my front yard looking confused, like I'd just seen a car accident. I clicked on it. The video was chopped together to look like I was yelling for no reason. It started with her narrating. "So, my neighbor's been acting super weird lately. Watch what happened when I tried to talk to him." Then it cuts to me saying, "No, I don't want to be involved." Which, I remembered, was from when she asked to film in my house. But the way she edited it made it look like I was yelling at her on her porch. She added dramatic music, slow motion, and big text on the screen like, "Unhinged?" The comments were insane. People were laughing at me. Some called me a psycho. One person wrote, "He's the kind of guy who snaps one day and makes the news." Another one had my full address in it. My real, actual address. That video had over 80,000 views. She called me the antagonist of her docudrama. That's what she labeled it. Like I was a character in some reality show I didn't sign up for. I tried flagging the video, but YouTube said it didn't violate anything. Then I checked her upcoming videos. She had clips scheduled with titles like, "He's watching me again, update on the psycho next door, caught him on camera, shocking." They all had thumbnails of me. Me walking to my car. Me mowing my yard. Me talking to the mailman. She turned my real life into some weird TV series. That night, someone knocked on my door and ran away. I found a half-eaten burrito on my porch with a sticky note that said, "Hope this calms you down, bro." The next morning, my garage had the word "freaks" spray-painted in red. I called the cops. Filed a report. They showed up, looked around, took some photos. Told me to install cameras and document everything. I said she was filming me without permission and slandering me online. They said unless she was breaking into my house or saying my name directly, there wasn't much they could do. I talked to a lawyer. He told me to start keeping records. So I did. I started screenshotting everything. Filmed her filming me. Took photos of every pizza delivery I didn't order, every prank package, every insult. My boss asked if everything was okay after someone sent a copy of the video to my work email. I told him the truth. He was sympathetic, but said I needed to handle it fast. Rick was one of the camera guys. I'd seen him around her place. One day, I caught him parked near the corner, waiting in his truck. I walked over and said, "Hey man. Just curious, what exactly are you filming?" He looked spooked. Said he wasn't supposed to talk. Then he drove off. But later that week, I got an idea. I made a fake email and messaged him, pretending to be a producer doing a documentary about fake YouTube personalities. I asked if he'd be willing to talk off the record. He agreed. We met at a diner on Pacific Avenue. I wore a hoodie and kept my voice low. He told me everything. Marla wasn't just filming me. She was scripting stuff. Making up stories. Telling Rick to cut audio, fake reactions, and coach people on what to say. She called me the anchor character. Said I made the series feel raw and unpredictable. She even broke into my backyard once while I was at work to film. B-roll. That's what she called it. She said it was needed for tension. Rick gave me a copy of one of the raw footage folders. No edits. Just straight files of her saying, "Okay, now act like he scared you." Or, "This is where we pretend he threatened to sue me." She was building a fake world, and I was the villain. I gathered everything. The footage, the files, the screenshots. I organized it by date and added captions. I even found old posts she made bragging about getting away with everything because the truth is subjective now. I contacted a lawyer again. This time, she took the case. We filed a lawsuit, invasion of privacy, defamation, harassment. I also filed for a restraining order. But that wasn't enough. I built a site, marlaexposed.com, and uploaded side-by-side comparisons of her edited clips and the raw footage from Rick. I showed how she staged everything. How she twisted facts. How she encouraged people to find me. Then I emailed every YouTuber known for takedown exposés. Sent the files. The receipts. Everything. And they listened. The video that broke everything open dropped 3 days after I sent out the files. A popular YouTuber, named Jessie Uncensored, did a full deep dive. Over 2 million subscribers. She titled the video, "Fake Drama Queen Exposed, The Truth About Marla Hensley." She went through everything, the raw footage, the scripts, the way Marla edited clips to make me look angry. Jessie even blurred my face and name to protect my privacy, something Marla never did. But the comparison was clear. It blew up. 2 million views in 2 days. Comments started pouring in. Not hate this time, sympathy. People realized I'd been made into a villain in some fake internet show. Jessie called it digital defamation with a smile. Marla tried to defend herself. She posted a shaky video crying in her car saying, "I'm being silenced by trolls and jealous neighbors." But the comments weren't buying it. Even her fans started calling her out. I thought maybe it was over. Then I came home one night and found my mailbox ripped off the post. Inside, someone had left a burned DVD. On it was one word written in Sharpit. Watch. I played it on my old laptop. It was footage. Footage of me walking around my house, taking out the trash, watching TV through my living room window. Some of it was filmed at night, with the lights off. All from outside. A voice on the video, not Marla's, said things like, "He's gonna snap soon." And, "Imagine the views when he finally cracks." It wasn't just content anymore. It felt like I was being stalked. This time, I didn't ask. I demanded action. I brought the DVD. The restraining order. The lawsuit. The footage Rick gave me. I showed them how close someone had been filming me at night, from my backyard, through my windows. I told them this wasn't about YouTube anymore. This was turning into something else. Finally, one of the detectives, a woman named Deshawn, said, "You're not crazy. This is targeted harassment." They opened a real case. They pulled digital records, got a warrant for Marla's uploads, and started looking into who else was involved. Especially the guy behind the camera in that DVD. Rick said it wasn't him. That's when Marla's secret team started falling apart. Turns out, Marla didn't just hire freelancers. She had a small crew of regulars, friends, part-time actors, wannabe influencers, all working off the books. Some of them lived nearby. Some of them even pretended to be other neighbors. One guy, who had shown up in a few of her videos as Concerned Neighbor John, turned out to be a failed stage actor named Clay Dorman. He'd been feeding her fake rumors like, "He keeps the lights off because he's hiding something," and "He walks around at night muttering to himself." All made up. And one of them, a younger guy named Zach, confessed to filming the DVD. He said Marla told him to catch the breakdown moment. Said it would skyrocket the finale views. She wanted me to lose it. Publicly. On camera. She was building a trap. The real twist came when Jessie, the YouTuber, reached out to me directly. She said her video had opened the floodgates. Other people started coming forward. An older couple in Portland. A single mom from Boise. Even a retired teacher in Sacramento. All of them had the same story. Marla had done something similar. Moved nearby for a few months, acted friendly, then turned them into content. Always edited. Always twisted. One woman said she almost lost custody of her kid because of the way Marla made her look in a series called Toxic Neighbor Watch. Another guy lost his job when a clip made it look like he was drinking during work hours. I collected their stories. Passed them to my lawyer. She filed a motion to expand the suit, not just for me now, but on behalf of everyone she targeted. Class action. Marla tried to go dark. Deleted her accounts. Shut down her merch shop. But it was too late. The damage had already hit her doorstep. After the class action motion was filed, Marla disappeared. Not literally. She was still living in her house 2 doors down, but she stopped coming outside. The porch filming stopped. The fake jogs, the fake stretching, the fake packages, all gone. But the heat was only just starting. It took 3 months to prepare everything. My lawyer, a woman named Hannah, was sharp and direct. She walked into court like she already knew we'd win. We had stacks of evidence. Video clips, raw and edited. Witnesses, Rick, Zach, the other neighbors, even former fans. Police reports. Screenshots of threats and doxing. The DVD from my mailbox. Even statements from YouTubers who covered the scandal. Marla walked into court wearing sunglasses and a black blazer, like she was a celebrity avoiding paparazzi. She had a new lawyer. Young guy, cocky smile, probably fresh out of law school. He argued, "Artistic freedom, subjective storytelling," and called me emotionally fragile. Bad move. The judge cut him off twice in the first hour. He asked Marla why she never blurred my address. Why she encouraged followers to look into my past and stay tuned for the meltdown. She had no answers. Just silence. Then Hannah dropped the bomb. She played a clip from a live stream that hadn't gone viral yet. One of our researchers dug it up. In the clip, Marla was off camera, but clearly heard saying, "If he punches me, I'll be set. That's how people blow up. I'll just keep poking until something cracks." All these losers online love a man unraveling. The courtroom went dead silent. Marla was found guilty of defamation, harassment, and invasion of privacy. The judge ordered her to pay $140,000 to me personally, $380,000 total to other plaintiffs in the class action, full takedown of every piece of content connected to us, lifetime ban from profiting on any material related to the story. But it didn't stop there. The footage of her planning to trigger me was so disturbing that it made national news. Jesse and Censored did a follow-up. So did other expose channels. Marla's name became a warning sign in creator spaces, a case study of how far fake internet fame can go. Her sponsors pulled every deal. Her name was blacklisted across every content platform. TikTok, Twitch, Instagram, all gone. She tried to start fresh under a different name, Mia Hens. But Reddit caught on fast and posted side-by-side comparisons. Her new channel was banned within a week. The IRS started looking into her money. She never paid taxes on the cash gifts from followers or the off-the-books filming contracts. She owed back taxes, legal fees, settlements. She filed for bankruptcy. Twice. Denied both times. I came home one day and saw a moving truck. Marla was standing on the lawn, crying into her phone while two guys loaded furniture. She caught me watching, and for the first time in months, she didn't say a word. I stared back. Said nothing. Just closed my door. She left that night. A month later, for sale by bank, sign went up. Her channel was dead. Her reputation ruined. Her house gone. I fixed up my garage. Repainted everything. Bought security cameras, good ones. I took a few weeks off work and went fishing with my brother in Idaho. Slept well for the first time in months. But something had changed in me. I wasn't the same guy who just wanted peace and quiet. I'd learned that silence can make you a target. That being the bigger person only works when the other person plays fair. So I stayed involved. I worked with Jesse and a few other creators to build a legal resource group for people harassed online. Not a flashy nonprofit, just a group of lawyers, tech folks, and regular people who knew how this stuff works. And when I finally sat down to breathe, really breathe, I realized something. She tried to turn my life into a show. She forgot one thing. Real life doesn't have a script. And in the real world, actions have consequences. 2 years later, I got a letter in the mail. No return address. Inside was a single sheet of paper. No note. No threats. Just a screenshot of Marla working the register at a roadside gas station outside Yakima. She looked tired. Her hair was pulled back. No makeup. No lights. No camera. Just her. Living off screen, where she couldn't hurt anyone else. And I never replied? Because she doesn't get a sequel. Not this time.